Hello, movie lovers. Here's another selection of great films that were released not too long ago and are now available in good quality. As always, you're on the Film Mix channel. Enjoy watching. Red Right Hand thriller. Action movie starring Orlando Bloom. The plot follows Cage, who has left his dark past behind and is now trying to live an honest, upstanding life in the quiet town of Appalachia Hills, along with his widowed brother-in-law Vinny and niece Savannah. However, when Big Cat's henchmen, the local crime queen, come to collect a debt from Vinny, Cage has to return to his illegal ways to protect his family. And for that, he's ready to use any means necessary. Marmalade, crime romance thriller starring Joe Keery and Camilla Morrone, an experienced con artist nicknamed the Baron, who has done time in prison before and knows his way around escapes, tells his cellmate how he met Marmalade, the love of his life. Together, they devised a plan to rob a bank to secure care for the Baron's sick mother and a ticket to a long and happy life. But will this romantic criminal story have a happy ending? Especially considering the obvious parallels to the romanticized Bonnie and Clyde. Civil War. In the near future, the United States of America is in a state of civil war. Chaos reigns in the country, and a liter of gasoline costs more than a human life. The National Guard of the United Western Forces of California and Texas, supported by military equipment and aviation, storms Washington, risking their lives. Renowned photojournalist Lee and her colleague Joel, New York Times veteran Sammy, and recent student Jesse strive to reach the White House, which is living its last days to get the president's final comments. Dune Part 2, the continuation of Denis Villeneuve's epic based on Frank Herbert's novel. Having joined the Fremen, Paul Atreides, who has taken the name Muad'Dib, must prove to the desert dwellers that he is truly one of them. Despite winning the trust and love of Chani, some see Paul as a spy, while others view him as a messiah. The hero will face the most difficult trials and lead the fight against House Harkonnen and Emperor Shaddam IV, responsible for his father's death. The young man must prevent the terrible future that threatens the universe on the brink of a holy war. Land of Bad, action thriller starring Russell Crowe and Liam Hemsworth. Inexperienced air traffic controller JJ Playboy Kinney joins a Delta Force special operations team on a dangerous mission in the Philippines. However, the operation doesn't go as planned, and soon the squad finds themselves trapped. Left without weapons and surrounded by enemies, their only means of communication and chance for survival is a drone remotely controlled by Captain Eddie Reaper Grimm. He'll do everything to get the soldiers out of this predicament. Inside Out 2, the sequel to Pixar's hit, which will explore old and new emotions in the head of the now-grown Riley. The voices in her head think they know their owner inside and out, but everything changes when the teenage girl enters puberty. The emotions headquarters falls into chaos because now, alongside joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust, anxiety also joins the team, and it seems she's not alone. Will all these emotions be able to coexist, and will Riley be able to control them? You'll find out in this animated film. Monkey Man, crime action thriller, the directorial debut of British actor Dev Patel, who also stars in the film and co-wrote the screenplay. The story follows a man nicknamed Monkey Man, who, after serving time, finds himself on the brutal streets of Mumbai. He's out for revenge for his family and is forced to participate in bloody underground fights while working at an elite nightclub ruled by money and vice. As he delves into the hidden world, the hero settles scores with crime bosses and corrupt politicians who take the last from the people. Horizon, an American Saga, the beginning of Kevin Costner's epic western and his first directorial work in 20 years. The western is set in the world of the Wild West over 4 years of the Civil War from 1861 to 1865. It's the story of the conquest and loss of the American Old West through the blood, sweat, and tears of many people. A journey across a nation at war with itself, seen through the lives of families, friends, and enemies in search of answers to the question, what does it truly mean to be the United States? Damsel, a fantasy film starring Millie Bobby Brown. The modest maiden Elodie agrees to marry the handsome Prince Henry. However, she soon discovers that a different fate awaits her. The royal family plans to sacrifice her to a dragon as part of an ancient debt. But Elodie is not so simple and refuses to willingly go to her certain death. Thrown into a cave, she must fight the fire-breathing monster and use all her abilities to survive. Argylle. Ellie Conway is a writer living in seclusion. Her series of spy novels is wildly popular, but for Ellie, nothing beats a quiet evening at home with her computer and her cat Alf. However, one day, Ellie discovers that her plot about a secret agent codenamed Argylle and his mission to uncover a global spy syndicate isn't so fictional after all when Aiden, a spy claiming he must save Ellie from kidnapping or worse, enters her life. The heroine and her cat find themselves caught up in a story any writer would envy. The idea of you. 40-year-old Selene is forced to take her daughter to a music festival after her ex-husband bails on the trip at the last minute. Unexpectedly, she begins a romance with 24-year-old Hayes Campbell, the lead singer of the world's most popular boy band. But Campbell's lifestyle inevitably interferes with their passionate relationship, and soon she realizes that being involved with a pop star might not turn out as she expected. Abigail. A horror film based on the 1936 movie Dracula's Daughter. A group of criminals looking to make a fortune kidnaps a young ballerina, 12-year-old Abigail, the daughter of a powerful crime boss, and demands a $50 million ransom. While waiting for the money, they hide out in a remote mansion, keeping an eye on the kidnapped girl. However, strange things begin to happen, and the kidnappers realize that Abigail is not just an ordinary girl, but a real vampire, planning to kill them one by one. Atlas. The film is set in the not-too-distant future, where artificial intelligence has taken control of humanity and waged a war to exterminate all humans. The heroine, played by Jennifer Lopez, is a brilliant analyst named Atlas Shepard. She's always been skeptical of artificial intelligence. Now, she joins a mission to capture a rogue robot connected to her mysterious past. But when things go awry, and to save the world from AI, Atlas must trust the robot. It sounds a lot like the movie I, Robot. Cult killer. After the murder of renowned private detective Mike Tellini, his protege Casey Holt begins her own investigation. She teams up with police officer Rory McMahon, and soon her path crosses with the killers. However, Casey realizes that the case is far more complex than she thought, and to catch more dangerous criminals, she must cooperate with the killer, who will help her infiltrate the city's seediest places and pursue the path of revenge. Pamyo. A wealthy Korean family living in America experiences a series of sinister supernatural events. Wanting to protect their newborn child, they turn to well-known shamans Harim and Bongiryu to identify the source of their misfortunes. The shamans quickly discover that a dark ancestral spirit is haunting the family. They decide to exhume the ancestors' remains and re-enter them elsewhere, joining forces with an undertaker and a feng shui master. However, the team is surprised to find that the ancestor is buried in a sinister location, and unearthing the grave will unleash terrifying forces that will threaten everyone. Well, that's all the movies for today. I hope you found something interesting, so please support the video with a like and a subscription to the channel. Thank you all for watching until the end, and see you in the next videos.